Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and welcome to my live stream. In this very live stream I'm going to be unboxing the new Blackberry Z10 in white. Now Phones for You came up trumps, so I've got a Blackberry Z10 in white sitting off to the side of me here, and in about sort of 3 or 4 minutes time I'm going to switch to the other camera and give you this live unboxing. So I hope that you can join me for this live unboxing. Please do tweet out a link to the live stream. It'd be absolutely fantastic if you can do that for me. Now, before I actually show you the actual live unboxing, I'm going to just run through some of the specifications for the Blackberry Z10. So we're going to do that now, and I'm going to show you the Blackberry website. So let's just pop to the Blackberry website, and what you should now be seeing is the Blackberry Z10, and it looks absolutely fantastic from the pictures and the specifications. Blackberry have done a really good job of presenting this to the public as well. We've got Blackberry Flow, which I'm really interested in trying, which is sort of where you can take sneak peeks of your social networks and emails without having to open up a particular application. It's just like a little peek into what notifications are coming through. We've also got a Blackberry keyboard which looks absolutely fantastic. From what I've seen, the demonstrations where it gives suggestions for words are really good, and so much more besides that. New host of apps, 70,000 I think it is, apps in the Blackberry world, and I'm just hoping that some of my favourite ones are in there. I know Skype's in there, so that's good. I know Instagram's coming, so really keen to get to grips with that. And also a new camera and just lots of really nice features. It's going to be really nice to actually try something different. I'm just going to run through the specifications as well before I get onto the unboxing. Now we've got 16 gigabytes of internal storage in the Z10, a 4.2-inch display, and an 8 megapixel rear camera. It's also LTE ready. The resolution is 1280 by 768, so good resolution, and that's equivalent to 356 ppi. Micro SD memory card, and up to 10 hours of talk time, and 1080p HD video recording, and of course Blackberry 10 operating system. Now it's going to be available in both black and white, so I'm really keen to sort of really show you the white version, because not a lot of people have the white version. There's a little clip there for you of the box sitting off to the side of me, just a little teaser. I'm going to make you wait a little tiny bit longer, not too much longer, but I definitely want to just make you wait a little bit longer, just while we get some more people coming in to watch the stream here. Now I've got plenty of comments coming in. I will actually take questions afterwards as well if you've got any questions, but certainly all of the comments I will be sort of going through those afterwards and answering any sort of questions you've got. As always, I'm having trouble seeing the comments, but I will correct that before I sort of close this live stream off. So shall we get on with the unboxing, or shall we wait a little bit longer? Let's get these viewers up. We want more viewers for the Blackberry Z10 white unboxing. Whilst we're waiting, I'm going to view all comments again and just see if I can see these comments. Don't wait, is it an iPhone killer? I'm not sure if it's an iPhone killer yet, because I haven't actually used it, but I'm certainly hoping that it offers up a fresh alternative to iOS. I really am. So let us go. Here we go. We've got the comments coming through nicely now. So, what's mate? Not sure what that means. Unboxing. Yes, the unboxing is coming. Congrats on getting the device in the end. I've had a play with it. That's from Mr. Optech, and it's very good. What happened with Phones for You? Well, I will give you a little bit of background. There was a little bit of a mix-up when I went down there this morning. They weren't sure whether they could sell it off contract or not, so I contacted who I knew at Phones for You, and they very kindly sorted everything out for me. So they've come up trumps, and I've got that Blackberry Z10 off to the side of me here, ready for the unboxing. I've got my camera set up as well, just to let you know as well, if you do miss the live unboxing and you're watching this later, there will be 2 BlackBerry videos up on the channel, as well as more over the coming days. But this particular video, or at least the unboxing portion of it, will be available in full HD later on the channel. So please do stay tuned for that. So let's have a little look, see how many viewers we got in the room. We have got 31 concurrent viewers. We really want that up to about 50 before the unboxing happens. I'm not going to make you wait too much longer because I know this is a weird time of the day to actually stream live, but I'm certainly hoping that you can all tweet out a link to this live stream for the live white version of the BlackBerry Z10. It looks like an awesome phone, it really does. I read off some of the specifications earlier. We got 16 gigabytes of internal storage and 2 gigabytes of RAM, and that's backed up by that micro SD memory card. So some really nice specifications. And over the next few days, I'm going to be actually testing, apart from the OS features, I'm going to be testing that rear facing camera as well, and bringing you some 1080p HD video footage from it, just to see how that performs. So let us move on, and I'll just take a few more questions and then I'm going to move on and do the unboxing. Not going to make you wait any longer, so just a few more questions. D Hustlin says, sorry Dave, but I don't see what's so new. In Android you can peek at messages in the notification bar and word prediction. Have you seen SwiftKey? Well, I have seen SwiftKey, but from the demonstrations I've seen on BlackBerry 10, on the Z10, it really did look absolutely fantastic. It looked as though the predictions were coming through a lot quicker, so I'll test that during my review process. Robertson A297, will BlackBerry still go bust? I don't think so, I certainly hope not. I think this will revitalise the company, and it really does offer up a real fresh OS, so I think it'll do very well indeed. How much is it SIM-free? The SIM-free version is £479.95 in the UK, that's sterling, so £480, and that's completely SIM-free, not tied to any contract at all. If you buy it on pay-as-you-go, you might get a slightly better deal, but the current pricing does seem to be around £480. And the white version of it, which I'm unboxing very shortly, is exclusive to Phones For You. So the black version is available on all carriers, but if you want it in white, you have to go to Phones For You, at least for the next week or so. The next question, how long am I planning on live streaming? I'm live streaming for just under an hour today. I'm going to do the unboxing very shortly, and then I'll take a few questions while I'm sort of fiddling and playing with the Z10. I'm hoping to be able to actually turn it on during this video as well, just so you can see the initial turn on procedure. And shall we do it? Let's do it. It's almost 10 past, so I'm going to move across to this other camera so you'll stop seeing me and you will see the BlackBerry Z10. So I'm not going to be able to take questions whilst I'm doing the unboxing, so let's get to it. So I'm going to switch over to the camera that I'm using to do the unboxing, and as I say, if you are watching this live, it will be in a lower resolution. I will be uploading an HD resolution, full HD resolution of the unboxing, probably a little bit later on this evening on the Geekanoids channel. So here we go. This is very, very exciting. So here it is, guys and girls. This is the unboxing of the BlackBerry Z10. This is the white version of the Z10, exclusive to Phones For You. And I'm really happy to bring you this unboxing of the product. This sports the new BlackBerry 10 operating system, and this is the full touchscreen device, and this is the white version as well. So on the side of the box we've got the BlackBerry logo up here as well, and then around on the bottom it's clear. On the sides just some information about serial numbers, and on the back some details about Research in Motion Limited, all rights reserved, but they're now known as BlackBerry. So the RIM name's still on the back of the box, which is interesting. So we've got 2 seals, top and bottom. So let's undo the first seal. Very exciting. I love getting new phones. I've done Geekanoids channel for what, 6 years now. Never get bored of unboxing a new product. So that's the seals undone. Now let's turn this over and we will reveal the BlackBerry Z10 in white for the first time. So here we go. There it is. Wow, it looks really nice. Look at that. Little pull tab on the top here so that we can remove the Z10 from the packaging. I'll give you a little look round. I'm going to sort of come back to this in a short while. That's what it looks like back and front. Looks very, very nice, and nice weight to it, not too heavy. Let's see what else we get in the box. Then we'll have a closer look at the Z10 itself. So we've got a little insert here which we're going to remove. And then we've got two compartments in the box. Now the first compartment here, let's just swing this round this way. We have got just the power brick here, or the power connector, and this is a UK one, so we've got a 3-pin UK charger in the box. Let's just pop that back in, and it's just a simple 3-pin UK charger, 3-pin on this end, and then a full-size USB on this end, and a cable's going to be in this other compartment. So that's what the charger looks like for us UK users. I'm assuming that it is black in the black version. We've got a white one in this box. So let's pop that to one side and have a look in this other compartment. And in here we have got some documentation. Let's have a closer look. So we have got the code name for it here, the STL102, safety and product information. We've got a little start here guide. This is like a fold out sheet about opening up the back and popping the SIM card in, etc, etc. And then we've also got something here about Snapdragon, because this actually has a dual core Snapdragon processor in it. And then we've got some accessories inside the box as well. So let's have a look at these. We've got a Blackberry headset, again in white to match the white phone. And this has got a built-in remote and microphone in the center portion here, and a little clip on it as well. Just looks like a standard Blackberry sort of headset that you'd expect, but nice that we get that included. And then we have got, again in white, a micro USB to full-size USB cable. Let me just take that out, just give you a closer look. We've all seen cables before, but we can see micro USB on one end and then full-size USB on the other end. This is going to be used for charging and synchronizing your data across. And then we've got something else in here, very important. We have got a battery. So let's take this battery out and see what sort of specs we've got on the battery. So Blackberry LS1, and if we turn it over, we should see that it is 1800 milliamp hour battery, and it's 6.8 watt hour, 3.8 volt DC. So a decent sized battery, 1800 milliamp hour battery should keep this running for a good long time. So let's have a closer look at the Blackberry Z10. So let's peel this front off. There we go. This is the really nice 4.2 inch screen. You can see reflections of all my equipment in there, looking really nice. Love the white accents top and bottom, sort of a rubberized feel to these white accents top and bottom. And then on the side here we have got the volume up and down, and then across the bottom we've got just sort of the little sort of thumb part here for pulling the back off. And then across here we have got the micro USB, and this is going to be an audio video out. And then on the top we've got a second microphone on the top, and then also the power on off and 3.5mm audio jack. Now on the front we've got some sensors across the front here. We've also got the front facing camera, we've got the speaker grill here, and the little microphone is hidden just in this portion here. This is where the microphone lives for picking up your voice calls. And then round on the back, really nice Blackberry logo on the back, and a really nice textured design. Loving the look of that. That looks really nice. The textured design on the back, very, very special. And just sort of lost focus on the camera there. There we go, back in focus. So really nice Blackberry logo, nice texture, and then we've got that rear facing camera which captures in 1080p HD. So let's take the back off, and we're going to just pull this off, I think, like so. Yeah, just peels off like so, and we're going to pop the battery in. So battery only goes in one way, which is like so. So this is how the battery goes into the handset, and you just sort of push it all the way in like that. And then we've got room here for a memory card. This is where the micro SD memory card is. So I'm going to pop that in. Already got one handy. just sort of slots in like so. And then this is where the micro SIM goes. So it's not a nano SIM, it's not a full-size SIM, it is a micro SIM card. I haven't got one to hand to put in there at the moment, so I'll get that in a short while. Hopefully it'll still power on without a SIM card in. And then to put the back on, we just snap it back on like so and push round all the tabs to make sure it's clicked in properly. And now for the moment of truth is the first sort of turn on of this. So you can see it's starting up. You've got like a progress bar going around there. Hopefully when it meets up the top it won't keep us waiting too much longer. But this is the first power on of the Blackberry Z10 in white. Just while it's starting up, look at that. It really does look nice with the black screen contrasting against the white casing. I'm really liking that a lot. So here we go, Blackberry 10 coming up on the screen there, and it's asking us English, swipe left to continue. Connect to a mobile network, yeah, we know how to do that. If you don't have a SIM, you can continue and connect to Wi-Fi. Well, we're telling it to. There we go. Wi-Fi network, so it's now asking us to connect to a Wi-Fi network. It's picked up a couple of mine, so I'm going to connect to this one. It's asking me for the password, so let's just pop the password in, and we should then be connected to Wi-Fi. So I've put the password in and it's now saying connecting to Air Extreme 5 GHz, acquiring an IP address, and it's now connected. Swipe left to continue. You can do that anywhere on the screen. Country, so we're now going to pop it to United Kingdom English, and it's viewing the warranty information. It's just downloading this, and once it comes into view I should be able to tap on I agree to move on to the next screen. Come on, we know we've got a good connection. Here we go, I agree. We're not really going to read it. Blackberry ID, we're going to sign in to my Blackberry ID, so I'll just do that very quickly. So here we go, so my Blackberry ID is and my password is, I'm not going to tell you guys, and submit. It's now signing into Blackberry ID. Just bring this back into shot for you, and it's asking us if we want to enable diagnostics and location. No, we'll say yes for that one. Checking for software updates, and I'm assuming it's going to do some sort of update whilst I continue speaking to you guys and girls. So I have the latest software, so that's cool. Swipe left to continue. Essential gestures it's now running us through. Your tutorial will show me how to navigate. This is really cool. So it's giving us the details of how we're going to navigate. So while in an app, touch the top edge of the glass and slide your finger down to see more options. Something else I heard, which is really interesting, is that Blackberry 10 should be coming to the Blackberry Playbook, which is really cool. To get out of any app, touch the bottom edge of the glass and slide your finger up. So now it's showing us how that does it. Yep, we go up to sort of invoke multitasking or to get out of an app. And can we skip this? No, we can't. It must touch the bottom edge before you slide up. Yep, we know. It's just checking that we get to grips with the multi-touch gestures. Now try leave this app, so we just swipe up from the bottom and we are out. To set up email in Blackberry Hub, swipe from left to right. So we're now into the handset itself and we can swipe from left to right and have a little look at some of the applications that are pre-installed. And we've got things like pictures, text messages, contacts, browser, calendar, BBM, videos, music, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Foursquare, Storymaker, which is their video app, which is really cool. And swipe left, we've got maps, games, YouTube, newsstand, voice control, weather, clock, calculator, compass, file manager, box, connect to Dropbox, print to go, smart tags and settings, and then Adobe Reader, phone, camera, setup and help. So that is it at the moment. Let me just pop that down. That completes the unboxing and first look. I will be doing obviously full HD 1080p camera tests. I'll also be looking at what apps are available, and then also obviously be giving you a full review of the Blackberry Z10, so please do stay tuned to the Geekanoids channel for lots of Blackberry Z10 goodness. So that's it for this unboxing. Please do give it a thumbs up if you're watching the HD version, and I'll see you all in the next video. So now we are back live to see what questions we got. Let me just come back across to the camera here. So hopefully you will have enjoyed that unboxing, and I'll take a few questions now. If you want me to just have a look at anything specific on the Blackberry Z10 whilst we're streaming live, then I'm more than happy to do that. I'm just going to turn my camera off, and just to reiterate, if you want to see the HD video unboxing of the Z10, that will be up on the channel a little bit later on. So any questions at all, let me know. We have got one that's not associated with the Z10, and it says, how did I come up with the name Geekanoids? It was just a random word, and Geekanoids, it just sort of went together. It didn't really mean anything at the time, but I thought it was pretty good. So any questions resulting or referring to the Blackberry Z10 would be really good. Less black would have been a better choice. What do you think, Dave? And that's from Ganesh Mantka. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Well, you say that black would probably have been a better choice. Let's go back across to the camera here and just have a look. I mean, it is a real personal thing as to whether you go for black or white phones, and I tend to go for white purely because it's sort of aesthetically, it just looks a little bit sort of nicer and slimmer. Some people think that a black bezel around the screen is good, and then obviously black further accentuates the contrast that you tend to see when you're viewing back videos. I sort of agree with that, but I do like these white devices. With my iPad mini that I just recently bought, I did actually go for a black version this time, and I'm sort of regretting doing that. I wished I'd gone for a white version. I do like white devices, but it is a real personal choice as to whether you go for a sort of a white mobile phone or a black mobile phone. I really do like the fact that I went for the white one on this particular occasion. So really good question though. Should it have been black? Can you brighten the screen? It's very dark. Should we have a try? Let's have a look in. Let's have a look and see if we can just put that screen brightness up. We do this live. That question came from. Who did that come from? I can't see it now because it's scrolled off the screen. But let's have a look and see if we can just brighten this screen up. So you're seeing it again here. So let's see if we can find settings, and we've gone into settings and display and brightness. So we're at half brightness at the moment, so let's go almost up to full brightness. No, let's put it all the way up to full brightness and then go back, and then do we do that? Yep, we do that. So now we're back, now we're up to full brightness. So this is full on brightness. So it seems to be that because of the effect they've put on the screen, they seem to have gone from sort of dark to light to dark on that background. Let me put up a browser window, and you can see whether this is any sort of brighter. Let's go to the Geekanoids website. And this should be a little bit brighter now. It'll give you an idea of the whiteness of the screen. Now, I'm not sure if you're seeing this really well at your end, but from what I can see, that is nice and bright. It's a nice bright white screen. It's not in your face bright, it doesn't sort of jump out at you, but that is definitely more than acceptable for a brightness of a mobile phone. It's only when you go back to this theme that it seems quite dark. I do agree with you, the whole theme seems to be dark. Maybe if I fiddle around with that over the next few days and maybe put a different background in, that might make it look a little bit different. But very good question, but I do think the screen is bright enough. Is it heavier than the iPhone 5? Well, I've got an iPhone 5 somewhere here. Let me just grab this. Let me take it out of the case as well, and I can show you an iPhone 5 against it. So let's switch cameras again, and have a look at the BlackBerry next to the iPhone 5. Now, you asked specifically about weight. It feels as though the iPhone 5 is a tiny bit heavier, just fractionally heavier, not a lot in it at all. Size wise, we can see if I put them side by side here, the BlackBerry is a bit taller. It's also a tiny bit wider, and then thickness wise they're round about the same thickness. I'd say the BlackBerry is a tiny bit thicker. In the hand, the iPhone 5 feels a little bit more angular and a little bit sort of sharper on the edges. I think BlackBerry have done a nice job of actually the back of this, although it's plastic, it feels a little bit comfier in this portion of the hand, if that makes sense. But roughly about the same weight. So really good question that. Let's go back and see what other questions we've got. What do you think about the screen quality? This comes from Ronak Desai. The screen quality when compared to other devices such as the HTC One X or S3. Well, I've only just unboxed it, so it's a little bit early days to talk about sort of screen quality. It certainly seems okay. We're going down to 4.2 inches in size here, so the pixels are a little bit denser. The brightness seems to be good, but as I say, it's not a Super AMOLED screen as far as I know, so the colours don't seem to pop as much, but I've only just unboxed it, so I need a little bit more time to actually use it before I can actually give my true opinion about the screen. Tobor has asked, do you think it's a little too late for BlackBerry? The only key difference I have seen is that they've incorporated their apps onto the phone, whereas iOS and Android have dedicated apps. I don't think it's too late for BlackBerry. We have waited quite a long time for BlackBerry to really give us a new operating system. So I hope that people give it a chance. People are going to have to really experience it and see whether the integration between different apps and BlackBerry Hub and everything works well together. And if it does, then I don't think it's too late. I think there's plenty of time. If you look back a few years before Google Android came out, did anyone know about Google Android? And when that came out, people were saying the same, is can it really compete with iOS? They've shown that yes, it can. So I don't think it's too late. Declan Walsh, how well do the voice commands work? I don't know answers to that one yet. I haven't tested it. JTag X Tony, would you be able to show the camera and its 1080p video? I can't show that within this live stream, but JTag Tony, I will be doing a 1080p video capture, hopefully tomorrow, and uploading that to the Geekanoids channel, so you'll get to see how the actual camera performs and how the audio performs as well, which is important in these smartphones. Pitu 1902, would you use the BlackBerry as your daily device from now on? Well, while I'm testing it, my SIM card will come out of my iPhone and into the BlackBerry, and that's how I test normally. If I've got a phone that I'm going to really put through its paces, then I use it daily and see how I manage with it. So it will become my daily device while I'm reviewing it. Will it become my full-time daily device? I don't know. At the moment, my daily driver is a Nokia Lumia 920. So am I going to switch from that to BlackBerry? I'm not sure yet. Only time will tell. Any more questions on the BlackBerry 10? Actually, let's just switch. What I'm going to do is just switch to the BlackBerry camera again, and I just want to have another little look while we've got this sort of set up nicely. One of the nice things is you don't have to push a button to wake it up, so you don't have to reach around onto the top to actually wake this. You just swipe up and it does this really nice transition, and then you can sleep the screen by pushing the top button. So again, you just swipe up to wake it up. Obviously you can put some sort of security measure on there, but I think that that's a really nice way of doing things. I'm going to go into settings again and just see how we can change the wallpaper. I hope I can find it, because I would really like to, it says here screen lock, brightness and HDMI. So font size, screen lock, allow gestures, message displayed, HDMI audio, wallpaper, select. So we've got some wallpapers to choose from here. So let's choose perhaps this one, which looks a little bit brighter, and then go back. There we go, that's a little bit brighter now. So now you can see the screen doesn't look as sort of dull really, so that's really good. Let's see if we've got some sample images on here as well in pictures. We've got no pictures. Let's have a look in albums. No albums. Let's take a quick picture with the camera, shall we? Use the camera to take a quick picture. And I shall... No media card detective. Always save to media card. Okay. So let's have a quick look. Let's just take a quick picture up here. Out of shot for you guys, but obviously in shot for me. And we will just tap. And that takes it really quickly. So this is like the camera interface, and I just took a very quick picture. Before I show you the picture, let's have a look at the options. So we've got switch camera, we've got normal, auto, scene, flash modes, aspect ratio, and that is it on the options. To get back to camera, we just tap here, and then we can change from photo mode to video mode, or to this sort of track, you know, the timescape mode, I think they call it, on the top here. That's really cool. And then the picture I just took is this one here, just of my shelf up there, and it was a very quick snap. Let's just pinch to zoom in. That's quite good, quite a nice amount of detail in that. Let's give you a close-up of that. It looks pretty good sort of colour saturation, good detail, a little bit of noise unfortunately, but that is not too bad. That's a pretty good performance by the camera actually. So, and then to get rid of the camera, we can just, I think, swipe up from there. Can we? We go around into this orientation, then swipe up from the bottom, and it just pops the camera back up into the corner there. So that's really nice. That's a nice way of doing things. And we can jump into these by just going like that. So we're back into settings, or we can go back into the browser. And it feels nice and responsive. Let's just do that again. Yeah, it's nice and responsive doing it. Little bit of a glitch there when it came down to that. We can also go to Blackberry Hub here and start adding accounts. So I'm going to start doing that soon. And then we've got different screens here that are populated with all of the apps. It's really quite nice. I'm really quite impressed with that so far. It's a good first impression anyway. So let's see if we've got any more questions. So we've got here. Will you ever use this BlackBerry as your daily phone? Possibly. I'm going to see how it goes. Dual core, what frequency is it running at? I think it's a 1.5. Let me check this for you. I think it is a 1.5 gigahertz dual core processor. Pretty sure that's right. Does it have a Maps app? Can you show it? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the Maps app. So let me switch back to camera, and we will have a look at the Maps app. So again, let's just open this up, and we'll scroll across, and I'm sure I saw Maps on here. Yeah, we've got Maps up the top here. Let's just tap on Maps. It's saying access your current location, allows the app and phone. Yeah, so we're going to let it access the location and the phone. I agree. What's it going to do now? Is it going to give me some... I'll give you a better view of this in a short while. It's sort of buffering information at the moment. Let me just enter a search term. So let's search for London. Let's come up with searching. This is quite slow actually, and we're connected via Wi-Fi at the moment. So I would have hoped for a better sort of experience on data. It's taken quite a long while to actually search for London. We shall leave it doing that. I'm going to pop that down and leave it searching, because it's still going to be searching for that. And we'll come across to take another question, and then we'll come back to that if it actually finds London. JJoLive3i4, is it necessary to subscribe to BlackBerry Internet Service to use the majority of apps like the old OS? As far as I know, it's not necessary anymore. You don't have to subscribe to BlackBerry services. And it just quit out. It just quit out of Maps. Oh, it's found. I'm going to switch back across to the camera now to show you that it has found London. So it's got place details up the top here, and if we tap on it, is it going to actually show us it? Go into here, it won't let us go round. We go to the map, here we go, so we have to tap on map and then it populates the rest of the screen with the map. It won't rotate round to there, and it's still filling it in. Very, very slow in updating. I suppose it is having to put in a lot of information. So there we go, it's showing us London. So we can zoom in on London like so, and hopefully it will build this in with a bit more detail. So it gradually does it. Very, very slow though. I'm hoping that once it buffers the information in, it will get this information a lot quicker. But there we go, that's maps. And whilst the maps app is running, whilst it's updating, I'll just go to options. You can show traffic or clear map. But it's still very, very slow updating this. You can see it's churning. So I'll take a closer look at maps, obviously in my full review, but it certainly is quite slow at getting the information down. And that's on a really good Wi-Fi connection as well. So a little bit disappointed with how that's performing at the moment. So let's have a look at any more. Can we see what accessories we can get on the Blackberry website? Should we take a look? Let's take a look at the Blackberry website. So we're going to try and see what accessories we can get on the Blackberry website. When I was flicking through, we've got Blackberry Mini stereo speaker available and Blackberry Z10 cases. So let's have a look at browse accessories. The all new shopblackberry.com is coming very soon. Please check back soon. We can't browse it at the moment. It looks like we've got a Bluetooth headset. It looks like we've got some sort of charger here. We've got some Blackberry cases here, like snap-on backs, and that is all. That's a little bit of a disappointment. They haven't got that ready for the launch, but you can see we have got some cases and speakers coming. So we're going to have to check back on that at a later date to see what other accessories are going to be coming out. Harshalist has asked, is there a feature for widgets or something similar? Well, there isn't at the moment. I can't see widgets on there. They're sort of these live tiles, which are sort of like active applications that run in the background, or at least they update with what you last did. So it doesn't look like it's widgets though, but something I will be looking into. Super Technology Time asks, what megapixel is it? If you're referring to the camera, then I'm pretty sure, if memory serves me right, it is an 8 megapixel rear camera. So a good camera on the rear. I'm not sure what the front one is. I think it's probably a 2 megapixel on the front. Let's have a look. Full specifications. So we have got dual core 1.5 gigahertz, 2 GB RAM, 16 GB storage, micro SD card slot, 64 GB support, 8 megapixel camera f2.2 on the back, and 2 megapixel on the front. So the rear facing camera is capable of capturing 1080p, and the front facing camera is capable of capturing 720p video. So quite a good resolution really for the two cameras. What else have we got? What does the Z10 offer that the Galaxy S3 does not? Nothing, apart from a different take on the operating system. That is it. So, and some different maybe communication features as well, and then we've got the peak feature. So just a different way of doing things. Ryder Mike is very correct in saying this. When we were looking at maps, it was very slow, and you are right, it's because it's the first run of the Maps app. Let's go back to the camera actually, and we'll show you that the map has actually fully loaded now. And you can see here we searched for London, and it took a long time to actually load in, but we have now got a better view of London. And every time you pinch to zoom, it's then going to buffer the information again. So if we zoom right in, it's going to take a while for it to then download that information to render the map at the new scale that you just pinched to zoom. So every time you do that, it is going to take that time to render, but hopefully after it's been running for a while, you will find that it does update a lot quicker. So, and I'm looking out the corner of my eye at this all the time, and it is rendering that map again. So let me just switch back again, and you can see there that it is still rendering it, but it is gradually pulling in more and more detail, and it looks really nice. I do like how that looks. Give you a closer look at that. Looks really, really detailed. So I'm going to do one more pinch to zoom, see if we can go in any closer, and just see. We'll come back to that again in a short while. But yeah, good maps, very detailed. Bad Wi-Fi? No, good Wi-Fi. Albin Zebi is asked, can I show the hardware again, because he's just joined the live stream. I will show it again in a while. I'm just going to take a couple more questions, and then I will show the hardware one last time before closing the live stream. What else have we got? Ganesh Mandka asked, does it have the simplicity as iOS does? Too early to say, but hopefully it will offer up some really good features and a nice easy way of navigating around the device. That's what I'm hoping. So there doesn't seem to be any more questions coming in at the moment, so what I'm going to do to sort of close this live stream out is just take one last look at the hardware and just give you a guide around it again, and then I'll be back with you just to close off the live stream. So let's have one last look at this Maps application. Now you can see here that we have got a nice amount of street level detail now that I've sort of pinched to zoom and gone in quite close. So it's really quite nice, and you can obviously pan around this, and as you pan around it's then going to have to load in that data. But when it's only loading in a small amount of data, it is quite fast at doing that. And this is over Wi-Fi at the moment. And then to get rid of the Maps app, we just swipe upwards like so, and it pops it up as a live sort of or a frozen application, I should say. It's not live updating, and you can jump in and out of your most recent applications here. At the top here we've got details about the battery, the fact that we've got GPS on, 1:42 PM, Wi-Fi signal. We've got no phone signal at the moment because I haven't got a SIM card in here. We've got a phone call button here, so we can tap that and it brings up the dialer. And then we've got a search and also quick access to the camera. And then we can swipe to this side and it goes into Blackberry Hub, and that allows us to add accounts that we can sort of sneak peek into. And then we've got all of the apps on these other screens here. These are actually apps that we can just launch by tapping on the icon. And then you wanted a quick look around the hardware again. This is obviously the front. We've got speaker and proximity sensor, and also the 2 megapixel front facing camera up at the top there. We've got the little microphone pickup just here on the bottom, and then across the bottom edge, this is just for getting the back off. And then we've got volume up and down on the side, and we've also got a quick key there. And then we've got the sleep wake button, another microphone, and also the 3.5mm audio jack. And then round on this side, 2 connections. We've got an audio video connection, and then we've also got a micro USB connector there. And then round on the back, a really nice textured back, the Blackberry logo, and the 8 megapixel rear facing camera with the LED flash. So that is it. That is the Blackberry Z10 that we unboxed a little bit earlier on. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing. I don't do many of these live unboxings, but certainly for me it's really nice to share with you live so that you get to see something as it happens. Don't forget, if you're watching this later on and you want to see the unboxing in full HD, then you can. It will be uploaded to the Geekanoids channel a little bit later on today. So that is it for this live stream. I hope you have enjoyed it. I will be uploading plenty of tests and plenty of videos about the Blackberry Z10 over the coming days, so please do stay tuned for the channel for just loads of coverage, including at some stage tomorrow a 1080p HD video test of that rear facing camera. So that's it for this live stream. I thank you again for coming in and watching, and for joining in, and for supporting the Geekanoids channel as well. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for all your comments and questions, and I will see you all in the next one.